Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day to all my e-commerce students in leisure commerce, as well as those who are in Ipoh, Alor, Kota Baru, Penang, in Sabah, Sarawak, and wherever you are. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Abdul Aziz bin Muhammad. I am the course leader for e-commerce this semester, and the reason why I'm making this video clip is to provide you with some hints for the final exam that is going to take place this coming Saturday. First of all, I would like to wish you all the best. I am sure that if you read the notes, if you listen to your lecturers at your regional centers, you will do well. Now, let's get to preparing for the final exam. This is the first of maybe a few video clips that I'm going to send to you to help you and remind you what you need to do to prepare for the final exam. Now, the final exam, as I have given you hints in the previous emails and the announcements, that there are three sections. Section A, Section B, and Section C. You are given 3 hours to write all your answers. Now, Section A, as you know, is 40 multiple choice questions, and it covers all the topics, right? It covers all the topics from the introduction all the way to security, electronic payment systems, ethics, everything. Now, in Section A, right, before we talk about Section B and C, Section A is basically me testing you on your understanding of the terms. There are many terms in e-commerce that you need to understand, to appreciate, right? So I'm testing you on whether you understand the terms. For example, what do we mean by richness of information, or what are the different categories of electronic commerce? B2B, B2C, P2P, right? So you need to be able to differentiate. What's the difference between C2C and P2P, for example? You need to understand the different types, the different digitalness of e-commerce. Some e-commerce are called pure play because the product is that they are selling is digital, right? And the process of which they run their business, they have online presence. For example, they have an online store, right? And we can interact with them as a customer through their online shops, and they deliver their digital products through the internet. So everything is digital. So we call this kind of companies pure play, right? But there are also other forms of e-commerce where partly they are physical, partly they are digital. Therefore, we call them click and mortar, for example. So you need to know the different terminologies. So this is what I'm going to test you in Section A. So there are multiple choice questions. So please look through all the vocabulary, all the words, the different unique words that we use in electronic commerce. Now, in Section B, right, you will be asked to write an essay. Now, the essay, each essay is 10 marks. So when I say 10 marks, means you have to write a lot. Please, I'm reminding all of you, don't be lazy to write. Now, when I mark your essay, your essays, I'm looking for a few things. Number one, of course, you have to write the right things, the right answer. But writing the right answer alone is not enough, right? I want the right answer. I want you to elaborate right? I want you to elaborate, huraikan, and explain, explain what you mean, right? When you say that electronic commerce helps customers to reduce their search costs, right? To minimize the search cost because we can use search engines and so on. I want you to tell me what you mean by search cost, right? The cost of looking, identifying, and comparing for products that is out there in the market. Yeah. So e-commerce helps to reduce the time, our effort, the money that we spend to go and search for the products that we want at the right price, and the right features, and so you have to elaborate as an example that I've given you, and you give an example. You must give examples of what you mean. Then you will get full marks. So tell me the right thing. You elaborate, huraikan, bagi penerangan apa maksud kita, right? What do you mean by what you say? And then bagi contoh, right? Give examples. Now, for the essays, I have already mentioned to you, I've narrowed down, and I want you to concentrate on certain topics. One of the topics is the middleman, what we call intermediaries. There are many things that we can talk about when we study about intermediaries. As you know, there are two major types of intermediaries. We'll talk about that later. One we call e-brokers, and then one intermediaries. So read up as much as you can on intermediaries. Number two, right? To me, one of the critical things about electronic commerce is to get people to buy your things through online. It is nice to see all the different online businesses that you see in the internet, but there are many people who just visit the websites, but they do not buy. So the critical thing about having an online store is how do you convince people to buy, right? How do you meyakinkan orang supaya ada menggerakkan dia untuk membeli barang, to buy, right? To buy the things that you are selling in the internet. That is a critical thing which we will talk about. For example, we have to talk about trust. We talk about because online stores, right? One of the critical things about making people buy our products and services is that we have to make them trust us, right? Yakinkan dia bahawa kita memang menjual barangan yang mereka inginkan, dan so that is the other thing that you have to prepare yourself for the final exam. Number 3 is B2B. B2B, meaning to say that there are many different types of electronic commerce, right? B2C, B2G, C2C, P2P dan sebagainya. But one of the unique markets that you have in electronic commerce ialah B2B, right? B2B is different from B2C and so on. For one thing, there are what we call private markets, private markets, whereby the market is only for businesses selling products to businesses, right? So even in the real world, even in the physical world, right, we find that there are pasar borong, right, where certain pasar borongs, many wholesale markets, they do not welcome people like us, right, customers who are consumers, to go and buy things from the wholesale markets, because they are selling in bulks, they are pukal, they are selling in bundles. So you cannot buy one item, you have to buy 100 units, macam tu, right? So they only sell to very exclusive people. So B2B is another important thing that you have to, another topic that you have to concentrate on in the final exam. More focus on e-procurement, yeah, e-procurement. Now, procurement is just a fancy word for buying, purchase, membeli, right? But the reason why, maybe the reason why we give a different name to the word buying, membeli dalam business, ialah that the purchasing process untuk membeli itu sangat-sangat berbeza, right? It's very different when we talk about businesses, right? And kita sebagai pengguna biasa, right? Because the procurement process in a business takes a lot of steps, right? We have to fill up different forms, right? And then we have to get approval from the department head. Then we have to make copies and give one copy to the finance department, one copy to another department, and so on, to get more approvals dan sebagainya, right? To see whether you have budgets to purchase the product, and then lepas tu when it has been approved, then we have to find the sellers. Kita mungkin ada tender, we have auctions and so on. So it is very different from us going to the shopping mall and buying things. So e-procurement is another topic which is an important issue in e-commerce. Number 4, number 1 is intermediaries. Number 2 is how to become successful in B2C, right? B2C. Number 3 is about B2B, especially on purchasing, procurement. Number 4 is about security, security threats. When you start an online store, the internet can be a very wonderful place to do your business, but it is also open to many scrupulous people, orang jahat, di mana they will try to break into your system. Viruses can creep into your system, and people can try to do bad things, to our business. So therefore, when we talk about setting up or running an electronic commerce business online, right, there are many issues that can go wrong. There are many factors that can go wrong. For example, whenever you want to sell something which is digital, right, there's always problems of copyrights, cetak rompak and so on. So there are threats. So this is another thing that you need to concentrate on when you are preparing yourself for the final exam. It is a major topic in electronic commerce. Here are the threats of virus, threats of all these what we call malicious codes, virus, Trojan horse, worms, and so on. We also have problems of hackers here, people trying to break into our systems, and some of the security threats are human-made, which is people trying to do bad things to our business. But there are also what we call natural disasters, right? For example, loss of electricity, ada suddenly terputus supply of electricity, no electricity, earthquake, tsunami, these are natural disasters pun is part of security punya issue, and then the last topic that you need to concentrate on here is Web 2.0. Now, when we talk about Web 2.0, it means we are talking about the advancements, kecanggihan, the internet, of today. When I was studying in a university in America, in 1980, 1980, 1983, all of you were not born at that time. Yeah, the internet was already there, but when I surf the internet, right, I have to type everything. I have to type the commands. I have to type certain things to search, and then the screen was just black in color. Yeah, there's no pictures, nothing. There's no windows. There's no mouse. Yeah, but today, right, as I am much older, and you are now teenagers. Yeah, now the internet has advanced so greatly that you need to understand how the internet today, the advancement, the kecanggihan of the internet today, what are the features? What are the features of the internet that we can use? Yeah, we can use to improve our online business. Yeah, so Web 2.0 is important. Now, the last thing before I stop talking, yeah, is section C. Yeah. Oh, so before we move to section C, remember intermediaries. Yeah, orang tengah. Yeah, orang tengah, intermediaries. Number 2, right? How to become successful in B2C, right? Consumer behavior. How do we make consumers like you and me, right, to become people who will buy things on the internet? Excuse me. Number 3, remember B2B, right? Concentrate on procurement, yeah, because B2, the most important thing about B2B, one of the most important things about B2B is the purchase process, right? Number 4 is what we call security, security threats, which is a very important thing. Yeah, we not only talk about what are the positive things about doing business on the internet, but we also have to talk about excuse me, the ugliness. What are the threats? Yeah, okay. Perkara-perkara yang mungkin boleh menjejaskan, right? That can go wrong. Yeah. And number 5 ialah the kecanggihan, the advancements of the internet today that can be used, yeah, to for our value proposition. Value proposition tu bermakna, right, boleh that we can use the advancements to make people want to buy products from us. Now, before we go to section C also, every essay that you do, right, you are required to give me 5 points. 5 points, right? Maknanya 5 jawapan. For example, we talk about security, right? Apakah 5 faktor-faktor, 5 factors in security? When we talk about B2B, 5 factors that you can tell me about B2B. When you talk about B2C, what are the 5 factors? Yeah. When you talk about the advancements, Web 2.0, advancements of the internet, what are the 5 things that you can tell me? Yes, because each essay is 10 marks. So every point that you give me, you need to give me 5. Each point that you give me, yeah, will give you 2 marks. Yeah, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. You get 10 marks. Yeah. So don't give me just 2 or 3. Make sure that you give me 5. Or if you're worried, give me more than 5. Yeah. Okay. Lastly, on section C, I will not talk much because later on probably I will send you another video and say more things about the section C. Section C is a case study, and the case study is about a company business, right? A company business. Basically, I can tell you the business is something to do with gardening. Yeah, gardening, right? Selling of plants, trees, yeah, untuk gardens. Okay, now whatever the case study is, there are 3 questions you cannot run away. For section B, you have 5 essays, but you choose only 3. 5 essays, choose only 3 for section B. But for section C, you have to answer 3 questions. Yeah. Now, section B, you have 5 questions, right? You choose the 3 questions that you think you can write well. But for section C, you don't have a choice. There are 3 questions, and you have to answer all 3. Now, the first question in section C, right, pertaining to the case, the case that you have to read, right, it's about value proposition, right? To me, value proposition is a very critical factor in the success of any business. It doesn't matter if you are talking about e-commerce or brick and mortar, physical shops. If your value proposition is very weak, it's not good, people will not buy products from you. People will not seek to buy your services. Value proposition is very important. Therefore, this is the reason why I will test you on what you understand about value proposition. Now, value proposition is the characteristics, right? Are the qualities, the characteristic, ciri-ciri ataupun the functions or the features of your business that would make people see your company differently from other companies, right? Value proposition are things which make your company stand out, right? Make your company special, that people will be willing to buy from your company instead of going to other companies. Now, for example, Maiden. I think many people know what is Maiden. Maiden is a hyperstore, supermarket, and so on. They are very famous for selling very, very cheap products. Very, very cheap products. You can buy a calculator for 2 ringgit, 3 ringgit. You can buy many things for ridiculously cheap prices. So their value proposition is the price is very low, that you cannot get elsewhere. If you are talking about, for example, McDonald's, McDonald's, they sell their whatever products they're selling, their burgers, and it is consistent. So their value proposition is that their burgers are consistently made, right? So if you go to McDonald's and buy a burger today, right, the taste will be just the same as the burger that you bought yesterday or the day before. If you buy a Big Mac, for example, in Hong Kong or in Tokyo or in London or in New York, or you buy the same burger in Kota Baru, or in Kuching, right? The burger will taste exactly the same. So that is their value proposition. So when you talk about e-commerce, what is the value proposition that makes people think that your company is so special that they would buy from you? So that is number 1. Number 2, right? Question number 2 is about customization, right? Remember, in marketing, right? The marketing paradigm. Long time ago, the marketing paradigm, the approach, pendekatan kepada marketing adalah mass marketing, right? Whereby the companies treat everybody in the market the same. Doesn't matter whether you are a young person, an old person, a rich person, or a poor person, or you a man or a woman, it doesn't matter whether you're Malay, Chinese, Indian, Kazakh, Iban, a Sikh, or whoever, they treat you the same. I mean, the products that they sell you is the same product. Then once technology advances, organizations get to collect data from the market. They do marketing survey. They do research on marketing, and they found out that not everybody has the same tastes. For rich people, they have different tastes than less rich people. Maybe the Malays, Chinese, Indians have different tastes, different things that they find attractive. For example, the Chinese may find products which are red in color. Red in color has to be more positive, right? That is symbolic for certain positive things, and so on. So the young, the old, male and female they have different tastes. So now we have perfumes for men, perfumes for ladies, and then we also have perfumes that are meant for exercising, for jogging, for aerobics. We have certain perfumes, and then to go to dinner, right? We have different types of perfume. You go to work, you go to school, you have different perfumes. So then this is when people start talking about segment marketing. But today, with electronic commerce, right, people are talking about one-to-one marketing, right? One-to-one marketing. And part of the important features of one-to-one marketing is customization. Meaning to say that we produce products especially for just one person, right? That product has been designed for just one person. It is not designed for two people, for a group of people, not for the whole market, but it's meant for one person. So this is what I call one-to-one marketing. We talk about customization, right? So you need to read up on how electronic commerce can be used for customization. I'll give you an example, right? When you buy a handphone, right? When you buy a handphone, a mobile phone, right? They have all kinds of covers that you can decorate your handphone. That is already part of customization, right? And then each model, sometimes they have different grades of models, right? And you can choose which model you want. And when you start using your handphone, there are many things in the handphone that you can change to suit your liking. For example, right, the ringtones, right? You may have different ringtones for different people. If someone calls you, the ringtone is like this. If someone else calls you, the ringtone is something else. And then when you look at the wallpaper, right, you can put your face, you can put your family's face, your girlfriend's face, or your mother's face, right, or flowers, or whatever you want. So you can design your own wallpaper, and so on, right? You can make adjustments, you can tweak here and there to make your handphone customized, right? Customized just for you, right? So this is customization. So in e-commerce, right, with the use of internet, with the use of technology, right, more and more things that is sold in the market is slowly becoming customizable, right? Bermakna bila kita membeli barang, kita boleh demand from the seller, I want it to be this color, I want it to be this size, I want these features, I don't want that features. Bila kita baca surat khabar electronically, kita boleh pilih apa yang kita nak baca, apa yang kita nak tak nak ada dalam kita punya surat khabar, right? But when you buy a newspaper, a physical printed newspaper, right, you cannot say to the seller, right, saya nak beli hanya the front cover je, ataupun saya nak tengok sport section je. Jadi saya tak nak bayar RM1.50, saya nak bayar 20 sen je, pasal saya nak I want to only buy the sports section. You cannot do that, right? You cannot do that. Okay, so customization is an important issue, and I will question you on how you understand about customization in this case study. Number 3 is on channel conflict. Yeah, channel conflict meaning that when a company has a physical shop, a brick and mortar shop, and then this company also set up a click and mortar, right, an online shop. Now then there is channel conflict, right, meaning to say that the customer can buy from the physical shop, but at the same time the customer can buy from the online shop. So now how does a company try to make sure that both the physical shop and the online shop don't compete with each other, right? So the physical shop has its own unique features where only certain kinds of customers will buy from this physical shop, and only certain types of customers will go online because they like certain features of the. So I want you to tell me, right, how companies can reduce this conflict between dia punya online shop dengan dia punya physical shop. So what can the companies do to make sure that they can that they don't have to they can compete, but jangan sampai memudaratkan, right, each other. So basically that is it for now, right? I will try to record myself again some other time, and I will send it to you before the final exam. So again, I wish you all the best in the final exam. Okay, please make sure that you read the questions carefully, right? Read the questions carefully, and then, right, make dua first, right? Pray to God that to give you ideas how to answer your the questions. Yeah, and I'm sure, right, I'm very sure that all of you will do very well. Yeah, so I will see you again inshallah in another video clip. Okay, assalamualaikum and bonjour.